cool. Right, hold on. Wait for it. Rin!
Hello. I believe I should be a lot more audible this week. Welcome to our luxurious and ever-present host, pt1. We are the Geek Initiative as is standard, but this week we're obviously still here. Welcome to episode the third, The Consequences. So, last time, does everybody... Well, I'm Isaac and I will be the DM, as is custom, and I'll hand to my left for introductions.
I am Tracy, I'm playing Dusk.
I'm Mark, I'm playing someone that...
Just introduce yourself.
I'm playing Red Goku.
Thank you.
Digby, Malcador, you all know me, it's my channel. Yeah.
Adrian, I'm playing Magnus.
I'm Martin and I'm playing Miku.
So, we are down somebody this week. Somebody decided to go on holiday.
Unforgivable.
Enjoying
I know you're out there.
I wonder who...
So Charlie, heartfelt message. See you next Tuesday.
I'm sure we will. But,
Oh my god, we've kind of accidentally done that as a tagline for the channel, haven't we?
yeah.
Yes.
No, this was always the plan.
Don't admit it.
What then? See you next Tuesday.
I think we're a bit...
Music, just down, just a touch. Thank you.
We actually have people...
Yes, we have people
in
running
this,
the,
we
running
have,
the
we have
desk.
sound guys.
Yeah, we've got desk this week, so things should be a lot better.
Yeah, you shouldn't have DJ Digby anymore of me sort of leaning
No.
with a headphone on my shoulder.
Kudos to the amazing Harry and Dan.
Yes.
So,
You can't see them,
no,
but they're
not
there.
I can see that
Always
legs.
present.
ever present, omnipresent.
Stop flashing, Harry.
Beautiful legs down there.
So, would you like to recap everybody on what happened last week?
I said, go on then, and he threw something down the hole, and it went boom.
Can we have it slightly more chronologically than that?
Oh yeah, we shot people first.
Yeah, we raided a warehouse
Mhm.
that we meant to evict people from.
Yeah.
We
The eviction
succeeded.
was a
We
success.
succeeded, yes.
Someone got a little bunny.
Yes, I drew massive horns on the top of my head. Is what
And he
that
tried to
means.
ram things, but failed.
Yes. Yes.
And then we investigated the warehouse and then found a sewer system underneath
Mm-hmm.
where
Now
the
we smell like
boss,
shit.
where the boss has run off
Mm-hmm.
to,
The boss, he was a...
Orc.
supposedly.
Yep. And I caught up with him.
did a
Magnus
dodge
did.
on us.
And the guy was killed in front of me.
Yeah.
And
Bye.
I touched his globe thing, and it started to speak to me. So I went, ugh, and killed it.
And when you say it started to speak to you, we don't actually know what it is. We just have
It.
all heard this
It,
disembodied voice.
Don't like it when balls speak to me.
Something at the other end of the line.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then we looked around. Charlie looked at a painting. Someone was dared to throw a highly explosive thing down a methane-filled sewer.
Yeah.
And then we all heard a voice. After explosion happened.
So who's responsible for that stupid explosion?
We all are. Everyone
I think
bears
that there is a-
equal responsibility.
I think everyone is to blame,
yes.
and
Thank you, dear.
I think that
therefore you're also all responsible for the consequences.
Spoken like a true evil dungeon master.
No, I don't think.
The evilest of dungeon masters.
So, after this explosion has gone off, obviously, given that we are a man down, I am going to have a little bit of a moment where I'm going to pilot Charlie's character into a believable action.
For Charlie.
For Charlie, yes.
Oh dear.
Upon the explosion going off and this disembodied voice, I'm definitely envisioning him running just as far as he can get, just running, because that's not something he'd want to deal with. So all of you see him book it out, scale the side of the building, and then disappear.
What's that smell?
Just makes my life easier to get him out of the way early.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to do? An explosion's just gone off,
Yeah.
and a disembodied voice says that it saved you.
That's not usually how that goes. It's usually a smaller sort of like pop.
Stop making
Do you know what that-
excuses.
But I don't
Did
think,
you hear a funny voice?
Yeah, I don't think any flames talk to you.
I reckon this is
So-
one of those things where some fey dodgy thing says, "Look, I saved you," after doing some illusion in your face and making themselves look good. That's what I reckon.
I can tell you, Magnus, those flames were real.
Yeah. But
And
they
that
were caused by the
wasn't-
person that said they saved us.
No, they were caused by this nitwit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And leave me to deal with the voice. For
Okay.
all of your good
No problem.
sake.
You carry on.
Okay, your problem.
Yes.
Deal with it. Sorted.
How does the building look?
So the building is like there are scorch marks on the cobbles and things like that, but there's no like actual structural damage.
Are we still inside that
Yes.
room?
But if you're poking your head out, you can't see any like structural damage.
Okay.
There is a portcullis on the only other way out that has closed.
So we need to get that portcullis open. And also, I just realised we can say we successfully evicted everything from the warehouse, including all the rats in the sewers.
Yes.
I reckon we should
We've
get bonus for
over
that.
under promised and over delivered.
Exactly. That's the way to make a name for yourself. Definitely.
So
I'm gonna go off into a room and
So, if you're entering into the building proper, then you will.
try and find somewhere quiet so that I can call the closet and
So,
try and organise a word or something.
if everybody else is looking outside into the courtyard for ways out, then you can do so in the private room that the orc ran to.
So I'll call the closet to say I need to have a word with someone.
Unfortunately, he's not available right now. Call back later. It then just pops out of existence again.
Shit.
Whilst they're investigating, I just want to take a second to do my second wind.
Certainly.
Just sit down for a little bit, just catch my breath.
By all means.
Healing.
I'd like to then go outside and
So-
walk up to dusk.
Whilst you're outside, I'm just going to briefly describe the courtyard to everybody. There are about 3 or 4. There's like 3 doors, other than the one you've just come out of, into the building itself. There is 2 in the archway on this side of the portcullis, and then there is a 3rd opposite where you are, going into the building itself.
Do we see anybody running around in the buildings, maybe through the windows or coming out at the moment?
That no one. It seems to be that the building was unoccupied,
Okay.
but something closed that portcullis. It was not closed
Wasn't
before.
the rope burning through or anything? No?
It could have been,
Yeah.
but there's no way for you to know from where you are.
Could I go up and look at the portcullis?
I'll join you.
Roll an investigation check for me.
I'll give you advantage.
I'll allow help.
11.
Okay. So, as you get close to the portcullis, you can see that there is frayed and burned rope.
Uh-huh.
So you can probably still get out, but the mechanism to operate the portcullis is not going to work. On the far side of the portcullis, can you roll a perception check for me? You might see something on the far side.
So both of us are just...
Yes, but
6. 6 for me.
11.
so you're much too absorbed in the portcullis, Martin. But Adrian, you are looking out, and you can see running up the street towards this building are members of the city guard.
Okay.
Yeah, so this portcullis, it seems to have been damaged.
City guard, run!
Yes.
And I'll grab him by the shoulder and start running.
Grabbed by the wing.
Everybody, the fuzz.
Are you going to try and go into the building? Bear in mind that there are doors to immediately your left and right where you are.
Where are they?
I think I need to
standing?
get back to these guys to let them know.
Okay.
We're in the courtyard.
And I was walking up to
Yeah.
going out
Yeah.
to work with Dusk.
So whilst they're doing that, you've probably got a little minute of time to have a little conversation, yeah?
Dear lady,
Yes, Ringo too.
not trying to point to the obvious, but you are obviously of demonic descent.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
Proud.
Do I still look like? Do I
Proudly
still,
so.
still got red skin and massive paws? Yeah, but you can't make assumptions just on that. Look at me. It could be the same thing.
Actually, why don't you join in? Because it probably concerns you as you've gotten everyone involved with a person. Dear lady, have you ever heard of...
Yes, I know
Samael.
who you're going to say. Yes.
Would you like to
He is-
describe to this one how
No.
fucked he is?
He is fucked in the head, for sure.
And thank you very much for the compliment. Yes.
He will find your appearance very amusing.
Good.
Very, very amusing.
I think.
indeed.
Maybe.
But that's not a good thing.
You've basically gotten everyone in this party in his debt.
So he is not.
You're
my-
welcome. I think. I'm not sure. I don't deal with Eternals very often.
He is not my patron, but I do know him, and he knows me. So I will tend to be quite quiet when he's around. I understand that you have
Dear
a
lady,
relationship.
Magnus and Riku appeared to be running at a very
Yeah,
quick-
they're in a hurry, aren't they?
Quick, back that sewer. City guard.
Yeah, there's some city guard coming. How many?
You didn't see, but 3 or 4. You couldn't tell, they were quite far
3 or
away.
4 of them. Unless you want to kill them, we need to run.
It's never an idea to kill the police.
Can we not just
Exactly.
explain what the problem is?
You stay behind, you explain, we're off. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Sewers.
I'll stay and explain.
Idiots,
Sewers.
get down the bloody
Yeah.
sewers.
Oh, it's not a request now, is it?
No, I was being sarcastic.
Oh right.
Get
Okay.
down
Yes.
there.
Fine. I'm going down the
Shift
hall.
it.
Yes, I think it's best.
Acrobatics for Swifty sewer descent.
Everyone?
Is that for him or all of us?
Everybody. Get in the hole. Nat one to get in the hole.
No.
No.
Seven.
So
We'll go-
you've fallen down.
It's a 9.
Which way round do we go? We can
We'll
just
start
with you.
at that end.
Yeah.
It's a 9.
Okay. We'll come back to that.
3.
It's a bird.
7.
It's a 6. We're all a bit rushed.
Go on, Magnus.
24.
Ah.
Cool, so
Nice.
Magnus has left us behind.
Wait, no, basically, you fell, then you fell, then you fell, then you fell, and I landed nicely on the cushions below.
Yeah, pretty much. So
That works.
everybody is basically in a swift descent. They are sliding down the ladder. What you weren't prepared for is the fact that the metal's a little rusty and it's a little bit jagged,
So it's not sliding.
so it's not very slidey at all. So
It's a bit warm.
I'm going to roll a d4,
Oh dear.
and from 1 to 4. 4.
Yeah,
You're going to take some damage.
yeah.
Oh,
As I tried to go down, I tried to bring out the wings instinctually, but then it hurt, and that's what I felt.
Ah.
So that'll be 4 points of bludgeoning damage upon land.
Damn it.
So basically,
We've all landed on him.
so basically, you all fell faster,
Right.
and you're going to take some damage, but you're going to take less on the impact because you've probably got
Cushions.
some issues going to come up in the future. Can I have a Constitution saving throw, by the way?
That's a 19
Okay,
That's good.
that's a good save.
for once.
I need everybody else. Well, everybody else, you are falling quite a distance into the sewers. Is anybody going to try and mitigate the damage they're taking by doing any kind of action?
Hold on.
They're all going to try and land on Malkador.
I can't remember how many experimental elixirs I used in the last fight.
You do not have any left.
I didn't think I did, but that was going to be what I was going to do. Shit.
I'm just going to kind of, as I'm falling, kind of just to try and slow the descent. You know, the whole.
Yeah. Cool. Roll a strength saving throw. I'm allowing you a chance to save yourselves.
That's a 20.
How are you going to try and get out of it?
I'm literally gonna hope for the best and try and revert myself so that I don't damage anything vital.
I've
Is
taken
anyone
off my
above me?
power glove and I'm holding it in front of me and burning it like a retrograde thruster to try and slow my descent.
Roll an intelligence saving throw.
Hey, it's Iron Bigby.
An intelligence saving throw. That actually might be a dirty 20. Booyah.
Okay.
No, it's a 22. It's even better.
One. What's yours, Mark?
20.
20. Okay. What are you going to try and do?
Literally just being tough and having red skin and stuff. I'm relatively strong. I'm just literally going to try and break my own fall by grabbing things as I go down.
Okay. Roll a strength saving throw. At disadvantage.
Okay. 7, so, and 13, so 7, and 2, 9. Oh, sorry, minus.
That's fine.
So
Regardless,
6.
that doesn't make much of a difference.
No.
So,
Sorry, I looked quickly and saw that too.
you're taking 17
Oh,
points
damage.
of form damage,
I'm nearly dead.
and everybody else is taking half that, so we're going to say 8,
Oh my god.
including you. You're fine. Magnus floats
You lot-
down gracefully,
You lot need to learn to
Wait,
use
is half of
ladders.
that damage because Magnus just like fell on a head or something?
probably.
Right, I'm now on 2 hit points, so let's be a little circumspect here.
Get up, walk it off.
If I see that you're hurt,
So
I'll,
I'm really glad that happened because that would have outright killed me.
So it's
Well,
not
we're
it's
looking
not
at
that I
the
haven't got ways of fixing myself. It's just,
We're level 3 for the
You going
person
to
who
do
just
it now?
asked about the level that we
Yeah.
are.
I don't know if I've got the
That's why she
opportunity to
didn't
do it
die.
now.
right, I'll put my hand on your shoulder and give you 10 HP on lay on hands.
Thank
That
you
is-
very much indeed.
Some
That,
hands have been laid.
yes.
Oh, I've also got cure wounds, so if you're still looking particularly nasty, I can slip you a potion.
So, now we're
Suits you,
down
sir.
in these.
Suits you.
Now we're down in these sewers. That way.
Was
Roll,
it-
roll a nature check.
This is more me working it out because we came down that way earlier, so we came that way.
Okay.
Yeah, was it? Did the sewer carry on, or was it like a?
Oh, no,
diamond
there's
sewer?
various tunnels out of this room. Yeah.
Okay.
This seems to be some kind of central point.
Yeah, my kind of intelligence here is look at the straightest route or the one that looks like it's got the least twists and just peg it.
Certainly.
Get out of sight and out
Okay.
of sound as quick as possible.
Well, he's spread off, I guess, following him.
Yep, makes sense.
At
Yeah.
some point, potentially overtaking him as he's got smaller legs.
You underestimate how fast this little man's going to run.
I know, I'm kind
Bonus
of.
action dash. He can,
Actually,
he
wait,
can just
no.
go.
You can go.
If I am at any point going to overtake him, I'd like to pick him up and just go tell me where we're running.
What is actually your movement speed?
30.
You don't catch me up.
He's a speedy little man.
Oh yeah, sneaky dash.
Kobolds ain't slow. Yep. I'm kind of going splish splash as I'm running
So-
off, splashing up all the muck behind me.
Do we know where we're heading to? Are we heading back to the warehouse?
Away. We're just running. We'll pop our heads up later. If we don't know where we're going, they can't figure it out either.
Hopefully, it's not a dead end.
If there's a dead end, it will be dead-ended with a tunnel going up.
Now
They
I know
always
that
do.
my powder explodes on contact with flame. We can blow a way out.
Oh shit.
You do realise we're in a confined space, aka you make explosion, we fry to a crisp.
Yes, but also when I was learning in school, if you did a spell in a confined space, it sort of you could create something called a shaped charge, which means that you could punch through things. And I'm really excited to see how this little powder performs if I shape it.
I always knew I'd die on the job.
Can I have a nature check or a perception check, depending on choice? You are free to choose which one you
Perception.
16 from me.
A 6 of perception.
16 as well.
16 perception.
Mine was a nature.
8 and 3, 11.
So,
That was perception.
those who got 16 on perception are aware that there is a breeze coming from a tunnel up ahead, because you can feel it on your face. Feel the cold air. It smells
towards-
like the sea.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And those who succeed on a nature check can see that there is some kind of immiscible fluid in the sewer water that seems to not be mixing with the sewer water. That is flowing in the same direction.
So not look like floating on top, or
Yeah, it's on top. Yeah.
okay.
Is the sewer square
Uh,
or is it curved?
it's curved along the top, but bottoms out to square because it's basically two pathways on either side of the fluid in the middle. So you're not
Right.
in this fluid.
Oh, excellent.
Like the floor on the other side is still damp, so you do splash, but it's
Yeah,
not like.
I'm just going to keep pegging it until we get outside then.
Same.
Okay.
You see that out there? What is it?
Keep running.
Yeah, but what is it? The blue stuff.
Ask the
Ah,
crazy one, I guess. Or
the sea, maybe, I don't know. There's stuff floating on the top. Could be pollution. Could be a good sign.
you can see the what?
The sea.
Excellent. Ice creams are on you.
Nonsensical. Thank you,
Is
Amy.
that a thing? I
Is
didn't
that
say
a
this
thing?
was the thing.
The first person to say they'd see the sea.
I didn't go on many
They get
trips.
ice
I spent
creams.
most of my I spent most of my time in school, so I've never really sort of been to the seaside.
Oh, you poor, pathetic beast.
Mm.
Pardon me while I choke on my own tears.
So,
Can I quickly
Such venom! Wow!
Can I quickly look behind us, see if anything's coming down?
perception check.
Is it light behind us?
Sorry, everybody, I just tapped them on.
Is it light behind us? Would I be able to see?
So there's no like light as such, but you would be able to see if someone. You'd be able to hear if someone.
21.
Nothing you can hear.
Okay. I'll say to the guys, I can't hear anything behind us, so I think once we're out, seem to be safe.
Are we coming out to like a cliff bit pouring out into the sea, or is it like on a beach bit where it's just going into an estuary, or?
So when you emerge, you come out at a what looks to be basically the harbour wall. It is just a port straight out that is draining into the ocean. So there's no land beneath you, but there is a ladder you can see within about 20 feet of where you are, but it is a little bit further down, and the walkway that you were on stops dead at the exit.
So we're gonna have to jump into the water.
And swing to the ladder.
That's fine. So as I'm running, just run. Splosh.
So, can everybody swim?
I have no idea.
I don't think
I don't have a swim speed, but I'm assuming that I can go glug 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 until I get to the end.
You know how I think somebody just mentioned they'd never been to the beach?
I know Malcador can't swim. You bastard!
But I bet he's got a marvellous medicant for it. He'll be
No, I don't actually.
Do you know wait? Do you know what
Potion
people
of
hate?
buoyancy.
Can I ask if you've already jumped in? Magnus, can you go down and see how deep this water is?
Yep, sure. It's
15 feet,
about 15 feet,
roughly.
roughly.
Harbour wall all the way down.
Harbour wall all the way down.
Yeah, I'm too heavy to swim.
I can't. I've never learned. It never came up, right? It never came up at the school. They taught me everything, including magic, which I can't do at that
Yeah.
point. Just
Massive explosion. of spell.
time, because I have no spells
Oh,
for
of
so I
course,
imagine it's literally just.
So is it every time you say magic?
Yes, every time I use the M word.
What word?
Magic. And see, they didn't teach me any. They taught me one spell, and they never taught me the actual incantation for it. They just said, "Malkador, you're useless at magic, so just use the word magic if you want to do magic, and it might work."
It might work.
So that's what I do. If I get into real big trouble, I just put my hands out in front of me and I bellow the M word, and things happen.
Why don't you jump and bellow the M word? Maybe you might turn into a fish.
That
Because
will not work.
He's doing flashbangs with the word.
Yes, they taught me one spell, which is basically all my magical energy is dispelled in front of me in a giant colourful spray. That's it. That's all I can do.
Well, why don't you drink one of your flipping elixirs? That
Because I
gave me
don't
gills.
have any left. I use them all to fight the people in the warehouse, and I haven't had a chance to make another one yet.
Well, why don't you stay here for however long you need, make one, and we will just go on without you.
Well, what we could do is, if Agnes is in the water,
I've already got a plan here.
go on then.
Hopefully, by the time they've had this conversation, I've made it to the ladder.
Yeah.
And I'm going to climb up, and then uncoil my rope, and just tie it off and drop it down. I'm assuming being a harbour, there's plenty of places along the edge. I'll just tie it on, and
So how
and
far
you
is
see,
it?
you hopefully will see this rope just appear down in front of you.
A rope drops down in front of the.
You're welcome.
That, on the other hand, could be a more advantageous solution.
Yes.
Rest of you go up. I'll tie this around my waist, and you can haul me up. Because if I try and climb that and fall off, I'm going to die.
We're willing to take the risk.
I'm not.
I'm still considering having
Ladies
review.
first.
Go for it.
Yes, I'll climb up the rope. Thank
Don't
you very
you
much.
dare look up her skirt. We know what you're like.
If you think she's wearing one, then you're the fool. Adventurers. in
I've actually got
skirts.
no idea what you look like. It's not a skirt, it's a coat. Sorry.
It's
A loincloth.
Yeah.
Right.
Then,
Are we climbing?
I'm going to climb after.
I'm climbing. Yes.
Acrobatics or athletics, depending on your choice.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm not like.
I can imagine I'm in just that much of a foul mood. I completely missed the rope. That was a nat 1.
Just step off into space.
What do I say?
I like the idea that you're stood at on the other side, because there's a walkway on either side, leaning against the wall, kind of thing. Because this one's been like washed clean by sea foam over time, and that kind of stuff. It's not actually filthy at this end. And I like the idea that you're leaning against the wall, just laughing at Malkador, not like being unable to swim. Just, what do you think you're doing? And so, oh, there's a rope. I'll just grab it. Straight.
Only fools and horses.
Yes,
right?
it's the dull boy moment.
The full pratfall. Yeah.
very easy trigger.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Straight pratfall. So
13.
you're fine.
I'm going to wait for Dusk to go up first, because
Because you're a gentleman. Thank
Yes.
you very
And then I'm
much
going to go and
indeed.
swim in, climb up the ladder.
Yeah.
Can you swim?
The ladder
Yes,
is designed
I
for
can swim.
climbing, so you're fine.
When I get up, I'm just going to look at you and go, don't say a fucking word.
So yeah, you're down.
So once
Yeah.
Dusk is up,
Chaz
I'm then
ascended.
going to grab onto the rope and then try and swing myself over to the ladder.
Okay.
And so,
Okay.
is that going to be?
I'll say that's
athletics?
acrobatics rather than athletics. That's much more acrobatic than it is athletic. Athletics is just climbing, mate.
Yeah, my proficiency's in athletics. So.
Well,
Yeah,
you described it.
Gymnastics isn't athletics at all.
Hey, that's good.
It's much more
18.
acrobatic than it is.
Yeah, 18. So I've rolled well.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Like Prince of Persia style, like running along the wall with the rope.
So yeah,
I
onto
mean,
the
I just
ladder.
realised, even
and
when he
then-
goes last, then he tries
Yeah,
to-
I'll swing the rope back over for Mouse Door to
Considering
grab
how
hold of.
Right, I'm going to take my power glove off and grab the rope, bring it back to me.
Okay.
Sort of like springy boxing glove
Yeah.
style.
How
tie
long can
it-
you tie a knot?
Tie it round my waist,
Mhm.
make sure that I'm happy with it and that it's strong. Then
Roll a dexterity check for your knot
a
tying.
dexter, could it not be a survival check considering it's rope?
I'll allow it.
Oh, yeah, that is.
Ah.
a 17
Believe it or not, I don't want him to drown.
with...
No.
And it cancels out
Let's see this
because
go.
I'm -2 and I'm also +2. It's a 17.
Yeah. So more than happy with your knot tying.
Okay, I'm attached. Hold on a second. I'm going to throw the powered glove up into the air and have it sort of attach itself to the top of the rope and begin pulling me up with Mage Hand to help these guys.
So if it's,
Mage hand lifting your body weight.
It's helping. It's not doing it on its own.
I can't imagine it's
Gonna
just
say
tugging the
mate.
rope. Tugging the rope.
Just for the sheer comedy value of what I've got in my mind, it looks absolutely ridiculous.
yeah.
And if we're hoping not to gather any attention whatsoever,
Bear in mind-
we're failing miserably.
Bear in mind that this gauntlet flies to the power of combustion.
Yeah. Burning
So-
through the rope.
So all you can hear is this roaring flame as it's flying around.
What's the rope looking like in a minute?
All right.
Singed.
Keep pulling.
Put
We
it out,
haven't even
put it out.
started.
Strength
Stop.
checks from anyone who wants to pull him up.
Have I got enough?
Yeah, yeah,
help?
yeah.
What's the strength?
Don't know why you're looking at me.
I love
I'll
this
do
glass.
it.
It's
I'll do
ridiculous.
This is going to have to be an epic roll for me to be any use at
Yeah.
all. 12.
Because I've got a nat 1 of that for 3.
Can I watch, like, watching this, I'm going to walk over and I'm just going to, like, guess I'll bloody help.
Just swing over to this ladder.
Natural
Nat
fucking
20. That's what we need.
Which, with it being a strength check, 24.
So
Yay.
everyone's trying to pull it up, and the mage hand is pulling in the wrong direction. So you come over, look at the mage hand, and kick it off,
Yeah.
and then are free to pull it up. Pull him up without any issues.
Just
I'm
slowly
just,
pull him
I'm
up.
just dropping it
Okay.
and walking away.
For sheer comedy effect, I'm going to pull him halfway and then sort of go, whoa! Just, yeah.
Because it's a nat 20, I'll let you go.
Yeah. So you're halfway up and then suddenly you're just going to jerk.
Don't do that. Just keep pulling.
Sorry, it slipped.
Just keep pulling. What's the mage hand doing?
Hovering
No-
nearby.
Pull the other way, you dick! And the glove's going to turn round and start pulling in the correct direction.
So once you guys are up on the dock, this is less the dock and more. It's sort of a raised. I want to say,
See?
it's almost like a Bastille type effect.
Yeah.
Like it's like you are basically this is crenellations.
Yeah.
On like some kind of sea fort. It's a
Hold on a minute. We just
Are we just
stormed
bro-
the sea.
Yeah, do we know where we are in relation to the warehouse?
So when you stand up on the edge of this, what you can now see is a fortified wall.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down and around, you can see the far side of the bay where the warehouse is.
So what?
Not quite. So basically, the warehouse. When you fled the warehouse,
Yeah.
you fled around through
And
Through the
under
sewers.
Yeah.
around halfway around the bay,
Yeah.
and then ran in the opposite direction to where you came from,
Yeah.
and continued
The
around
other half.
to the other half of the bay
Okay.
where there's fortifications.
Okay.
So as you're standing around,
Well, I may as well check it out. right?
Well, we've been spotted.
roll a perception check.
I'm not going to bother because Malcathor is the least observant person in the universe. He's just sort of dusting himself down, untying the rope,
11.
re-putting his gloves back on. Right, that went about as well as could be expected.
Dirty 20.
Yay.
Is that all?
5.
Mm.
I'm a bit
11.
distracted picking him up.
So,
23.
and
Dirty 20.
so one half of the table's paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
That's because we weren't pulling, we were just looking around.
Oh yeah, I was dealing with
I'm having different
Malky No
dice.
Swim.
These I'm not playing.
So,
Why put the effort in if you've got people to pull you up?
so whilst you're looking around, you can see that down in the courtyard inside this wall, some of the city guard are pointing up at you, and you then hear a "Stay where you are."
It's alright, it's alright. Go about your business, it's fine.
Ooh, customers, gentlemen! Would you like to buy some of Malcador's marvellous medicaments?
How did you get in here?
Don't give them your name.
Too late.
So by this point, guards are beginning to climb up the interior of the battlement.
Is there anywhere to hide? No, not really. Okay.
So are we at the corner of it, and then it's just like one
So you
way?
are basically at the middle of one of the walls that is sea facing.
Okay. Could we see which is the closest end to the end of this fortress?
So the closest end that you could get to from where you are is the land facing end. So basically towards the warehouse and the rest of the city that you've got.
And the guards.
So
The guards are coming up the stairs
Yeah.
that are going towards the corner of the. So the opposite
Are
direction.
they're
Yeah.
running
Okay.
towards us or not?
Yes.
Yeah, they're coming towards
but
us,
they
but
have
they
to
have
go
to climb up.
upstairs.
Okay.
So we have the advantage to run. Whichever
Malcador has
way.
pulled out a vial and is fiddling with it.
of them are there.
So far 3 that are coming up, but there is one that were 4 in the courtyard. One has gone to ring the bell.
Yeah, let's run. Let's get back into the town because then we can hide.
How far is it?
It's our only option, or we fight some guards, which
Well,
makes
I
us
was-
wanted people.
The other option is we just say, look, we've had an accident, our boat sunk, someone set off some stupid spell, and our boat sunk, and it was just down there, so we've climbed up the ladder that was right here to save our own lives. And
We
could
were
you
attacked
show us
by
which way?
pirates.
And we are wet.
Yeah. No, not pirates. Pirates wouldn't operate in the bay. That would be silly.
Yeah.
Smugglers.
But, you know, we just had an accident, we crashed the boat.
You think
So
that's going to
that's-
work on these town guards?
I don't know.
You're
What-
convinced, are you?
Wait,
You live here,
I did.
don't you? You
Sod
live in
it.
this town.
Wait.
Bonus action dash. You've convinced me it's rubbish.
Are we running?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, run
That
in.
was my idea.
Run in,
Keep
run
up.
in, run
Try
in,
and
run in,
run
run in,
to-
run in, run in.
As far as I'm concerned, I've not broken the law. Staying put.
Okay.
Bloody idiot.
Alright.
Okay,
If you
I'm not
grass
going
us
to-
up, you're dead.
I'm not going to dash run. I'm going to run my movement and kind of turn around and then notice that he hasn't gone moving. And I'm going to kind of be like, fuck. And I'm going to run back the other way.
Okay.
Are these guys running at me with their swords drawn?
Oh yeah, no, swords are drawn.
So is it like it's not like they're coming to investigate? They're actually just coming straight to kill me.
You've broken into military ground.
Yeah.
On second
Yeah.
thought, let's turn on my heel.
We just entered a fort
Yeah.
unofficially.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to come.
You still ask
I'm
people
gonna-
what
I'm
they're
gonna
doing
draw-
there. Don't you just go straight for the pitchforks?
Cool.
If you're professional, yes.
When he starts coming run towards me, I'm going to get my swords drawn on the off chance we eventually are caught up with, so at least I'm prepared to defend myself.
Okay. Leaving no hands free.
Yeah.
Important detail, that's all.
We're up
Okay.
on a wall.
So, we're running.
We'll run
Yeah, but we're still.
Well, I'll draw one. I'll draw my longer sword.
Yeah.
What's
so
in
we're-
front of me?
So
I'm
as you're
assuming I'm
reaching-
in the lead.
Yeah. Yes, you are the fastest.
Okay, so what's in front of me? How far is it?
So it's a 10-foot wide walkway
Yep.
that is basically with crenellations on the left-hand side. You're charging forwards, and you can see the crenellation turns the corner with the walkway at the edge of the fort. And if you need it, basically there is a set of stairs on the corner behind you, and there are 2 sets of stairs at the main land entrance, which is on the section of wall that you are going towards.
And what's beyond that wall?
Buildings, roofs.
How far?
within a jumpable distance,
Fine.
probably about a 10-foot gap,
Oh, easy.
but
But,
I need you to do a perception check before you jump.
okay.
Because you're in the lead, you have the best chance of seeing it.
Damn it, I
18.
have something that will really help when I have any spells on play.
With an 18, you can see that there are, like, the crenellations on this edge seem to have some kind of runes embedded in them.
Bugger.
Trap.
Don't jump! And I'll turn the corner and I guess we're heading towards the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, once you've turned the corner, I presume everyone will be following.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The set of stairs ahead of you goes straight down into the archway that the portcullis is in.
Is the portcullis up?
Right now, it is up, but you can now hear a bell ringing.
Okay, so we need to.
How far from the portcullis?
About 50 feet.
Indiana Jones roll along the ground.
So
Joel.
I'm basically thinking, technically bonus action dash will get me straight under it, but I'm thinking that, you know, if I need to, I will do an amazing acrobatic roll underneath it. However, I'm hoping that I don't need to, because if I have to, you lot are left behind. But I'm basically, that's what I'm heading
I would
towards.
be-
I'm going to go and try and escape and run.
I'll be coming up the rear.
So, as you're charging towards the portcullis,
Yeah.
down the stairs, it is dropping as you're coming down the stairs, you being in the lead.
Okay. Die, you bloody fool! And I'm going to stop and stay with the rest of them.
How far
Well, we're
behind?
not stopped, are we?
No.
Basically, you come to a stop at the bottom of the stairs, with the portcullis just having slammed closed.
Damn it! Options.
There is a door on the inside of the portcullis, i.e. on this side of the portcullis into the fort's actual structure.
I'll open the door.
It's
What
not
do I
locked.
Do I see anyone in there?
The mechanism for opening the drawbridge, the portcullis is in there.
Is there someone in there with it?
Yes, they have just released it. However, they do not appear armed.
Excellent.
Right.
Draw my rapier.
How long until
Put it
I
to their
get
throat.
there?
So basically, by the time
Back up.
by the time he is threatening this person, everyone is at the bottom.
Right. Okay.
And-
I'll be.
Open it
standing
back up,
that
or
side.
it's your shortest day.
By this point,
These guards got bit getting close.
3 guards have emerged into the courtyard with crossbows.
Right.
Where?
I'm gonna give Thaumaturgy a go to see if I can cause that portcullis to slam back up open again. It being a cantrip.
Roll a d20. Use your Arcana modifier.
19. I don't have an Arcana modifier at 0.
With a 19 on the dice,
Yeah. I know
it doesn't strictly work.
it
But what
definitely
it's-
says an unlocked door or
It's
window
not a
to
door.
fly open or
It's
some
not a
door
door.
or window.
It's not a window
It's
either.
a gate.
But basically, what it does is that it causes the portcullis to rattle in its housing,
Yeah.
which only serves to motivate the operator to move it quicker,
Okay.
believing it's some form of power being displayed by the kobold.
Okay.
So,
I am the dragon.
Can I, the 3 people that have turned up, can I see who's the leader?
so the 3 that have come out of so none of those are a leader. They are all just guards rushing to. But they have
I've
loosed.
got an idea.
They have loosed.
Terrible idea.
They have loosed 3 bolts. So
Shit.
I
My
would-
idea no longer works.
I would have been the closest to
So I've determined it randomly. The bolts are just fired at the group. Magnus is not available as a target because he's in the building. So it is 12 to hit Malkador,
That does not hit me.
11 to hit Rengoku,
Even with it being lesser, nope.
and 14 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. All 3 bolts miss, but bounce off the stonework around you.
And how far away are they?
They're probably about 30 feet away. They've come out of one of the barracks entrances.
I am going to yell, it's about time you responded to this obvious incursion. It's a dreadful display. The Inspector of Forts would be very displeased when I give him my report.
Roll a deception check.
I swear he's stealing my ideas now.
That's a fucking
God.
nat 20, baby! That is a nat 20 when we need it to be a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
The guards that just fired and went, Captain! At which point, you hear a booming voice echo from the structure of the building itself. What now, you ponderous fools?
Is the portcullis up high enough yet?
The portcullis is raised enough for you to slip under it.
I'm going to take one step back so I'm the other side of the portcullis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'm underneath.
I'm waiting to
I'm
be the last one to
hoping
go.
that through the doorway I will be seeing these guys go, good boy, I know where you live. And run off under. Now drop it!
He obeys.
Peg it, guys, just peg. Run.
So,
I'll wait to be the last one to
no, yeah. Once everyone is through, the portcullis drops behind you, and you hear this voice echo through the building. Inspector, we're not doing inspection for rats, you ponderous oafs! You let them get away!
It's a surprise inspection. My record will be in the post. Goodbye!
Is it me or does he sound like he's a bit bummed up? You know, could do with some of your medicals.
It's gout. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
It's these sort of provincial fort commanders. I'm saying this as I'm running, by the way. These provincial fort commanders, they tend to sort of overindulge slightly, and you just have to give them some of the medical things.
You
Which
know
is
what
what
it
I'm
is?
going to try and do.
With these sea forts, it's too much pork.
Yes. Yes.
Adrian, I'd like at this time to introduce my favourite house rule in all
I
of
knew
D&D.
this was coming.
It's mine. I love it with all of my heart. Adrian has just made a very bad joke, and I would like Adrian to roll a d4.
Here we go.
I was going to follow it up, so I'm glad you're the guinea pig for this.
Oh no, follow it up,
Oh.
you can take
No,
this
no,
too.
it's all good.
This
You
is-
roll, then I'll do the joke.
Ah, 4.
This
Please
is
take
guided.
4 points of psychic damage, Adrian, because that hurt my brain.
This is
Our
well
DM is a
tried
cruel
and
master.
tested. He is cruel.
Try your joke now.
What I was going to say.
I wouldn't.
No, well, I'm not going to say it's Malkador, it's fine. What I was going to say.
Really?
Should I
Look
just
at
commit
his
to it?
face.
now?
Look
Just
at
commit.
his
Said it
Come on,
now.
you can't leave everyone hanging.
So, as you basically double over with a small headache, I was basically going to say, well, you know, it is how it is. When there's a storm or a siege or anything, they just drink anything, any port in a storm and all of that.
That's worse.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a d4.
Ah, shit. It's a 2.
That's fine. 2 soft points of psychic.
It would
I
be
love
hilarious if you'd said it, took 2 damage.
No, she got healed.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Ah.
So, I'm not having it.
I'm on.
Got
I'm
to keep
on
the quality
12.
of humour up. We're here to entertain people, goddammit.
Dad jokes for the win.
Yep.
Isaac's evil rule has killed people before now.
And we're running.
Characters.
So, on your run, are you going in any particular direction? You've got a particular target in mind?
We're just laying it.
Well, we have
Trying
the,
to get back to town
yeah,
because
the
we've got to
Wailing
get our.
Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to.
So does
We've got to
anybody-
try and get to the complete other side.
Well, we need to. It's the. If I remember rightly, it was a sloped town, and the tavern that we met Tony at, Dodgy Tony, we had to go down to the port. We went to the left, so we must be
We've
over
got to
this side now. So we basically zigzag over steps and through alleyways and everything, to basically make it as difficult as possible for town guards to find us.
Okay.
And as we're going, I'm going to take off my dodgy trench coat, turn it inside out to a different colour. Now it's now bright green, where it was trench coat brown. So now I look a bit different.
Okay.
And what time of day is it?
So probably about, what was it last time? I believe you're about 4 p.m.
5-ish
Four-
last
four-
time.
So the sun's starting to go
So
down.
the sun's starting to go down. You're
Right.
approaching evening.
So goggles are coming off as well. They're going to go in my pockets. I should look really different now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Horns out,
Yeah.
then we'll
fangs out.
eventually we'll start slowing down and we'll make our way back to meet
So-
with Dodgy Tony.
Yes.
So going to the Wailing Wench then.
Yes.
That's the one.
That's the one.
I'm assuming at this point my
Yeah, you'll have stopped.
visage
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
gone back to normal.
So can you roll a what I lovingly refer to as a navigation check, whatever form that check takes? If you can convince me it's a skill check.
I
Nature
reckon,
is the traditional, but you're in a city, so
yeah, so I reckon because of my roguelike capabilities and my my nature and kind of job, my career path, shall we say, of sneaking around everywhere, I reckon it should be a stealth check for me.
damn it.
I get a +7 in that.
Can I roll a history check to see if I can somewhat remember?
History.
Yeah, I'm new to town, so I'd say maybe perception.
Yeah.
Because I'm just quickly looking.
As we're bouncing from step to step, how about acrobatics?
I've got
Nature.
13 for history.
I'll allow that.
9
I got
for
14,
perception.
and I've based mine on survival, basically. So,
Survival's allowed.
14.
So 13 for history.
I'm happy with survival in investigation or perception.
Ugh,
They're all the
11.
same. 17.
You're able to get back to the Wailing Wench between your
Excellent.
navigation abilities. So, once you get to the Wailing Wench, you are ushered inside by a gentleman on the door. Large fellow, probably about 7 foot tall,
Bob, you're right.
bald, tattoos all over his head.
Yeah, it's definitely Bob.
He's a very muscular gentleman, wearing a waistcoat that is much too small.
I don't suppose someone.
Sticky bow as well.
Yeah, a little dicky back. Yeah, go on then. Go on then. You
This
can
is
have a
Muscle
dicky
Bob.
back.
I don't suppose you've seen a frightened elf that had a weird looking face coming at all before us?
Not seen any, no.
I'm sure he's fine, he's not dead.
I tell you what though, if we make any money out of this,
He's not
He's
getting the
dead.
cut.
I
he's
think
gonna
that
see shit.
that sounds fair. Get in the building. Don't want you getting caught. No dodgy business.
I flick the doorman a gold piece.
He catches it,
Yeah.
looks at it and goes, I don't take fake coin. Gives it back. He assumes it's fake because no one would give him a gold.
It's not
I'm
fake.
going to give him a copper.
Thank you very much.
I flick him back the gold coin and I'm like, if you rub it, it has a message.
He rubs it.
The message displayed on the coin is, stop rubbing me, you pervert. Malcador's Marvelous Americans has trick coins to play on your friends. It's a real gold coin.
That's very funny. I shall take that if that's all right.
That's fine, yes, you
And
take
I'll
it.
say to the group, we're wanted, let's get it.
Yeah, I like that they're all pissing about.
As we're trailing in, I'm
Moving
going to go,
on.
I'll catch you later, Bob, but as a wife, she alright?
I don't know who the fuck you are.
Pushing you in. I'm pushing you in now.
Yeah.
I tell you what, guys, he's good. He's really good.
So the tavern is nearly empty. It is clear that they've been closed for business for a private event. So, upon entering, you can see the barman, who is a skinny, almost like...
It's not Tony then.
No, it's not Tony. An older elf, probably... Let's put it this way, he's not elderly, but he's approaching it for an elf. He's getting greys everywhere. He's an older guy, but he's not there yet. He looks capable still.
Middle aged.
Not upper end, if so. Like,
Okay.
150?
oh no, for elves probably more closer to 300 something.
Okay.
Because I believe it's
Yeah.
he's on the upper end. Let's put it that way. So he's sort of he's got a dirty rag over his right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls it down into his hand and starts like running it through his hands, just almost like a fidget kind of thing.
Evening, Nick.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I'm the one.
Do you actually know anybody in this town?
Who are you?
I'm Riku.
I'll vouch for him.
Yeah.
He basically looks at you and goes, "Get in the back."
Okay.
Kicks aside the support for the bar's stable style door, so you can step through into the back room. And once you get through to the back room, Tony is sat reclined with his feet up on the table, waiting for you.
Tony. How you doing, mate?
You've made a hell of a mess.
Thank you very much.
You could say that. But the eviction's good. All done.
I heard quite the bang.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
few,
That
there was a few of
was-
them.
I think several of us are going to make very slow head turns
Yeah.
to look at one particular person.
And I'm literally I've got a
Put it
vial of
down.
this black powder in my hand, and I'm just sort of shaking it.
Put
with
it
powder
a
in my
thermal
face.
detonator.
Yeah.
Put it down.
He looks.
I mean, I can just I
No,
can demonstrate. That's
no,
fine. I take a
no,
pinch of it
no,
out of my
no,
pocket, and I
no.
go, and there's just a small like on the ground. See, it's very powerful stuff. I like it. It's mine. It's Malcador's. My special recipe. No one else uses this stuff
Put it
yet.
back on your
Fine.
bandolier.
I wouldn't say too much if I were you right now.
The dodgy Tony looks at you and goes, "Well, it sounds like, even though you've gone a roundabout ways of it, you have done a job. I'll send word to your employer."
Thank you, Tony.
Cheers.
Could you keep an eye out for the other one that was with us, the weird looking elf?
If he turns up, alive or dead, I'll get word to you. But
Bloody dick. Just want to
this evening,
split us.
spend the night here. And when it comes morn, your employer will be here waiting for you.
Just want to check. We're having a bit of a quiet night, yeah? No parties.
No.
A quiet night.
Long
Good.
rest night.
Good.
Get some rest in.
Gonna need it.
You need your winks.
Can I, if possible, get a bottle of sherry, mate?
Ask the barman.
Oi!
It's a pub. You buy it.
Oi, Nick!
Fuck do you think I am? Little fucking dad.
And I've just flipped a coin to Nick.
He's in the other room. Have a go back.
Just bounce off the door.
Where?
Fuck's sake, Nick.
Can you get someone to direct me towards wherever I'm sleeping, please?
Do you do food here?
I
Or do
assume
we
it's
have
up the flipping
Or the
stairs.
takeout?
Fucking kobolds. I'm just going to disappear off and go and find a room.
Speak to the bartender, he'll point you in the right.
Okay, that's fine.
You'll get some grub. It'll be alright. Won't kill you.
That's good.
But if it does, it'll make you stronger.
I'm just going to go and find what appears to be a low room. I'm just going to kind of...
The bartender would give you a Don't worry, I was aware of what you said. I just let it slide.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to my room. I'm gonna summon the closet again. To try and have words this time and see if
You need to
they're
seriously
available.
stop sitting in the closet.
So,
Mate, I'm
We will-
coming out the
we-
closet in a minute.
we'll resolve what happens during everybody's long rest after this break.
Yes.
See you
Right,
later.
see you in a second, chat. Don't go
See you
anywhere.
soon.